on the other side of the screen. And misery set her sights on the likes of you and me.
Hi, it's me, Christina. What you're about to witness is a 23-year-old lady being locked away for a week after her midterm crisis trying to memorize how protein in your body gets distributed. From the nucleus, to the ER, to the Golgi, to the wall. The aftermath is my house looking like complete trash, but to be fair, for the past 4 years of being alone, I picked up some tips and tricks that might make your life subatomically easier. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's get started. Do you have one of those days where you just wake up and then you just stare straight into a mirror, straight into emptiness, and you're just like, why is the sun so freaking bright? Or why does this avocado toast taste so good that it wants to make me cry? Well, turns out I have a lot of these questions, and they take up a hella lot of time, and I end up in this hamster wheel of doom. So in order to save my sanity and prevent this, and this, I make a to-do list with the approximate time of when I'll do something. It's kind of like when Ariel signed a magical piece of paper and basically gave her voice to Ursula to gain her human legs. So let's take a look at what my Saturday to-do list looks like. So what's the first thing we have here on the list? You're right, ladies and gentlemen, your dirty laundry. I learned this the hard way by not having a laundry bag. You end up wasting time trying to solve a Tetris level 3000 IQ tangle from when you didn't separate your bras and underwear into your laundry bag. So invest in a laundry bag and save yourself some time. Let me tell you something. I am that kind of person. The kind of person who can only focus on one thing and just one thing. If I have work, that's the only thing I'm gonna do. And that becomes a problem sometimes because I tend to neglect other things. Maslow is probably pissed off at me. He's probably like, bro, complete your lower pyramid before you climb up the hierarchy of needs. I'm really trying hard to not do that by introducing things like meal plan, because you know, you go down your checklist and you're like, I can do this 10 more minutes, I can do this another 20 more minutes, I can do this another hour. So then you end up not eating because you're like, oh my god, but then if I cook, it's gonna take way too long, I'm gonna have to wash the dishes, blah 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 blah, and then your brain explodes and then you end up like this, in this situation where you end up not meeting your bodily needs, and that is, my friend, a problem. So what do? Another list, but this time it's a grocery list. Wow, Christina's so unique. But I know for me, I need a list because sometimes, you know, you just go in the market and then you're like, ooh, that looks so good. And you buy way more than you can eat. And so you end up wasting food and you end up wasting money. So now that you got all your ingredients and you look like this, like a crazy person, let's start with the first lazy meal that I'll be making this week. Do you want to know what I like more than rice? I love rice that is cooked in broth cubes. Something about the umami flavor gets me every single time. And you want to know what? I'm into it. My recommendation would be boil the broth cube first in like microwave in a cup and then transfer it into the rice instead of doing what I'm doing because I was lazy. Yeah, don't do that.
Sometimes in life, things that may come across as common sense to other people may not be obvious to us. For instance, cooking large portion of rice and wrapping it in parchment paper to store so that every time you want to have rice, you just need to chuck it out of the freezer and into the microwave.
Ha 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 ha. Hoo ha ha.
And you know, you live and you learn, so don't be scared, and don't be scared of what other people will say. Just, you know, do your best. I kind of don't want to show you the whole process of making the curry because that's kind of boring. So cue in the TikTok transition of me making my curry. Enjoy.
Let me spit my game. You know that this room got me moving this way. You've been in the frame. All those things you do got me willing to play. Just a few steps from the door. Watch for them bottle caps on the floor. Puts me in the mood for something more. 'Cause you're on my mind. So I'll keep you in my memory. Or you can walk this way towards me. Darling, you're the only sight to see. Feels like the right time. Let me spit my game. You know that this room got me moving this way. You've been in the frame. All those things you do got me willing to play. You are embraceable. Something sensational.
That's all for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and stick next to listen to some really weird story that I have.
Let me tell you about the weirdest nap I had. I dreamt that I was in a horror house, right? Mind you, I'm on my 3rd day of like no pimple picking, and you can see I like put a film over it so I wouldn't like pick at it. I'm on my 3rd day, right? And I go to the mirror and and there was like this like really huge pimple on my forehead, and I attempt to pop this pimple, right? And I was like squeezing it, and you know how like normally there would be like pus coming out of the pimple? I squeezed it, and then things just like a pussy looking thing kept coming out. And then I realized what I was squeezing out was actually my brain. Like I squeezed my whole entire brain out, and I could see my brain stem. It was so freaking weird, and I was like holding my brain. Like I wanted to call my mom, and I was thinking in my head, wait, is this a dream? And then I was like, oh my god, this is not a dream. in my dream, I was like, this is not a dream. I need to call my mom. And then I called my mom, and I was like, I need to go to the hospital. My brain has come out. Like I need to go there now. At the end, I don't know, I was just going around holding my like head so that my brain wouldn't like, I could feel it like jiggle left and right. Oh my god, it was such a weird dream.